Hello dear students. Today we are going to see the practical called as study of animal architects, in which we are first going to see nest construction in spider and paper wasp. Today we are going to cover only the basics of animal architects and nest construction in spider, that is spider web. Okay, so let us move on. These are some animal architects which we commonly observe in our nature. Boya weaver bird is there, honeycomb is there, there is a beaver is there, paper wasps are there. So these are some commonly occurring animal architects in nature that we generally observe. Now, what is animal architect? It refers to the structures which are built by the animals. As we build house to live, as we need a shelter to live, they too need a shelter. So why do animals build a nest? For different purposes like shelter, nesting, storage of food or safety, raising their young ones. So these are some general purposes for which the animals or the birds prepare their nest. Now, what is it made from? What is a common material which is used? Like we use bricks, cement, etc. for our constructing our house. They use the material which is available in the nature, like mud, leaves, sticks, or even silk. So, or they use a twig or the leaves, mud, feather, grass, and even a paper. So these all are commonly occurring material which are easily available in nature. So in order to build the nest, the bird commonly uses these things to prepare or construct his or its nest. Okay. Now, whenever we talk about animal architecture, so when we construct our home, as we consider some parameters while buying a house or purchasing a house, they too consider some parameters like function and form. So, in function, they consider a ventilation, daylight comfort, safety, and structural material which is being used, which should be stable enough, which should be strong enough during the storms and the heavy winds. So structural material is also important. Geometry, stability, that is also important. The space is also important. And the another parameter which is not mentioned over here, the location of the water body should be in the nearby area, or the sources of the food should be in the nearby area. So function and form, these are the two things which they consider usually while constructing their nest. Now, what are the common tools used? As I have said, beaks, paws, silk, mud, saliva, etc. are the tools which are used while constructing the nest. This could be a innate behavior, natural instinct, or it could be a learned or acquired behavior. The parent will tell them, the parent will teach them how to construct a nest. Now, sometimes the animal may live alone or single, that is a solitary, or versus social builders are also there. For example, a honeycomb is an example of a social builder. Spider is an example of solitary builder. So honeycomb, if we see, there are queen, worker, drone bees. So they are social builders, and solitary, which build their no nest or architect alone. That is called as solitary builders. Okay. So here are some examples I have given. You can go through it later on by pausing the screen. So these are some common things, common animals, birds, whatever, what they generally construct that I have given over here. Now here you can see a typical structure of spider's web. Now, whenever a spider prepares its web, it first selects these kind of two pillars, which is a foundation for the web. Now, it considers one anchor point also, to which the initial point will be, it will begin the construction of its web, and the bridge threads will be formed after that. So first pillars will be considered, then bridge thread, then there will be anchor threads which are there in the side, and then the spider will start weaving his web, and inside it, in the center, the spider will be there. So as we all know, there are basically 4 stages in the development of insect, that is egg, larva, pupa and adult. So here the spider sees to it that all these 4 stages can safely accommodate, and safely they can continue their development into the web. So this is how spider constructs its web. Now, what is the primary material used by the spider for constructing the web is the spinnerets, which are there on the abdomen of this spider. They are generally used by the they secrete a silk, which is a protein, flexible, strong and lightweight protein, using which the spider prepares the spider web. Now, it considers that there are construction techniques like they use some vibrations to test the tension and positioning, so that they should not face any problem in future. Construction varies by species, so there are different ways and different patterns which are followed by different species of spiders. Orb weaving spiders are there, trapdoor spiders are there, wool spiders are there, bowler spiders are there. These are some species of spiders which are commonly observed across India. And here I will show you the patterns also of the spider webs. What is the purpose? First though is shelter from the predators and weather, egg protection to raise the young ones, molting, resting place, hunting and trapping prey. These are some purpose of constructing the spider web. Okay. So here I have shown some patterns of the spider web. So you can observe that flagelliform silk is there, cylindriform silk is there, aciniform silk is there. So prey they have wrapped inside the egg case. Pyriform, pyramid shaped silk is there. Ampullate silk is there. Minor ampullate silk is there. And everybody's pattern, every time the pattern is different. So these are some commonly observed patterns. We don't have to go into the detail of it, as first year BSc zoology has to study only the material and the common things and the purpose behind the spider web construction. So this is how they construct the nest for their safety. Now the next is paper wasp nest that we are going to see in the next part. So stay tuned in order to study paper wasp nest. Follow Life Science with Veena for more such videos. Thank you. Bye-bye.